Hey everyone, Freddrock here. I just tried an early access game called Becastled. If you've ever played games like Age of Empires, StarCraft, Warcraft, even Settlers, you'll be right at home with this title. This game is by an indie dev called Mana Potion Studios, and the game is centered around building and defending a castle from sieges in a light and dark fantasy world. Now, because this is an early access game, there are a lot of rough edges in it. But this is definitely the positive side of being tagged as early access. You can get feedback from your users really early and fix all those bugs and problems, and even fix some UX and UI issues that seem to hinder this game a lot. Early on, I can say I really love the art style. I think they did a really good job here graphically. And the other big positive from all of this is the music. The music just sucks you in. It's very, very easy to get lost in the resource management section of the game with the nice, easy music and soothing music, and then really feel like you're in battle during the combat phases. You start the game out by quite simply placing a castle in the center of a spot that you want. And your job is to protect that castle by building around it and building an army to protect it. Those of you who are comfortable with real-time strategy games will know that this all comes familiar. You need to gather gold and stone by mining, you need to gather food by hunting or growing crops from a farm, and you need to collect wood by chopping down trees. The good part about these resources is that they seem to just continue and never run out. So if you chop down trees, those trees will grow back. If you're mining gold, you'll just continue to mine gold. Now, in order to stake your claim on some of these resources, you have to build out. So you basically have to stake your claim on property that is around the castle. Once you do this, you can build on the property as you please, and gather all the resources. One thing to note is that these resources are also used by your workers and the people that are around your castle. So if you're growing food or hunting for food, and you're mining for gold, you actually have to pay your workers and feed your workers as well. It really doesn't get much more complicated than that. At least, not during the day. The interesting part about this game is that when it turns night, that's when the enemies come out. And you can tell where they're going to come from by the blue flames that show up around the perimeter of where your castle is. So it's your job to be prepared for when enemies are going to attack by having archers, any kind of siege, lancers, knights, whatever you need to protect your castle. You're going to lose a lot of your troops. But the good thing about this game is that you can get those troops back. And no, I don't just mean from creating them again from the archery or the barracks. You can actually build a church. And this church brings them back to life. It's kind of a cool little bonus for you. But it takes time. As you complete day-night cycles, the enemies come in bigger waves and with better weaponry. They can even bring catapults and other siege weapons. And if you don't have the numbers, you can get overwhelmed pretty fast. Overall, this game is okay. I really like the look of it. The gameplay is very standard RTS, and the music is great. But there's a reason this is in early access. There's very little in terms of content, the UI UX needs a lot of work, and there doesn't seem to be much to set it apart. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. I appreciate the support. If you like the content, consider subscribing to the channel so you can catch any future content that gets released. Also, you can catch me live on twitch.tv/Freddrock as I stream a variety of games over there. All other ways to support me are down in the description below, so feel free to click on any of those links. Thanks again.